The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Steal. Check steal.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it
Inside the 20.
and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Isabella now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. 3rd down and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Set, ready. Go, 10. Slide 2. Ready.
They go play action. Young.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Come on.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5. A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Young on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
10 cycles.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 3rd and 4.
Fight, 97. Yellow.
3rd and 4.
White, white. Blue stripe. Black shot. Hut, hut.
Here's Lance to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Ready.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
52 blaster. Trouble, 38.
At their 48-yard line.
Set, hut.
The Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Hut, hut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Set, hut.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check view. Eagle blue. Ready.
Now Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Black Ultra. Mega, mega.
Young working out of the gun. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Let's go.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Drill green. Hey, red. Red, cycle. Set.
Young to throw it. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
A give, right side for Gibbs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hut.
Gibbs straight ahead. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Smash, red. Slide blue. Rail, yellow. Set.
Working from the gun. Lance. That is caught. And inside the trolley before he's brought down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready?
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Check, smash. Ready,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Ultra. Ready.
Young to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
10. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Taken down at the 42. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready. Drill 52.
Final play of the half, Young. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
10 cycles.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Young on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
52 plastic. Set.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, Young. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Running right, here's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Going 3 rail.
They'll go again with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Young off the bootleg. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Shot, 17. Blue, check. Hey, blue. Ready?
They run with a 3rd-year man, Chuba Hubbard.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Black shot. Ready.
In his own end zone, it's Lance.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Steal, black.
Here's Lance.
He's got it to Williams.
And he'll be marked down a couple yards shy of the 1st at the 33. He needed to get to the 35.
Black ultra.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. On 1st down, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
A play fake. Now Young. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Young off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
In motion right goes Hopkins.
Now Young on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Lance now on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the set.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. From the gun, it's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
On the ready. Plastic, sit.
They go play action. Young. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Marshall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a carry for Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot in trying to get it out.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
80 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wait.
One final try now for Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another